Hey and welcome back. Today I am sharing what I made for Precious Sewing September, Precious Fabric September. I realize it is late. I was not entering the competition anyway. I got one thing done in the month of September and the rest of the items I finished early here in October. But everything was cut into in September. It just wasn't put together yet. The first fabric I actually worked with was the one that I said is a maybe, and that is this polyester fabric. It's like a sateen kind of thing. I ended up making a dress for my cousin's wedding. It is quite short, but I did wear it. I just had to, be mindful of that. I wasn't sure about it. It's the Batwing dress from Ellie & Mac, and it was finally time for me to use this pattern. I have owned it since I started garment sewing several years ago, and there just never was the right fabric or the right occasion or whatever. So I did finally decide to use that pattern, and it actually turned out pretty nice. I just wasn't sure, I don't know, once I got it on, it was kind of odd. Maybe the waist is a little bit high. I should have lengthened the bodice, and I knew that, but I just went for it anyway. And then I had to make the mini length because I was working with, I wanted to have the pieces a certain way on the print, if that makes sense. So if you watched my previous video, you saw that this is like a printed fabric. It had different types of almost like block printing on it. I'm not actually sure the terminology. So there's just different motifs kind of working in the fabric, and I wanted to do it a certain way, so blah blah blah. I didn't have enough fabric to do a longer length, but it ended up working out. So as I mentioned, this is the Batwing dress from Ellie & Mac. There is a seam down the front, and this skirt is separate, and then you use the seam allowance to make your elastic casing. It is a handkerchief hem. Yeah, you can't really see that, and I apologize, I'm not gonna have video of me in this stuff. It's just not gonna work out this time, but it is a handkerchief hem. And then on the back, actually one of my favorite details of this dress, it has this open back tie. Sorry, my dress form needs some adjusting, but there she is. The back has these cute ties, and there's also the seam in the back. It is a dolman grown on sleeve, so that's super easy. It's a very quick sew. The worst part is hemming, obviously. And yeah, it comes together really quick. The neckline is all faced, and it uses interfacing as well. I understitched it. I don't actually think that's in the instructions, but I actually think this is the first make in a long time that I didn't modify anything. So, we're trying new things, which means not trying new things in this case. So that is the dress that I made. I had a very nice compliment from my husband on this one. I won't repeat it though. So I did actually cut everything out all at once because I had kind of been putting this off, and then I'm like, no, I'm just gonna cut everything out and then it's ready, and when I have a few minutes to sew, I'm just gonna go and do that. Highly recommend, by the way, if you're a busy person, have other people to care for in your life. Yeah, when you can sneak in a few minutes, if it's all ready to go, very rewarding. So next I wanted to make up this double gauze, and I struggled on which pattern to use. I ended up going with the FibreMood, I think it's the Norma, and it is a little big, so I did love the pattern. Next time I will size down. It is short. I didn't modify it. I would not make it any shorter for myself, and it even just used a little hem, and it's okay. It's blousey and it's fine. I think I would recommend top stitching down the facing. It does get stitched down at the seam lines, but it's always my preference just to top stitch down that facing. So I may go back and do that. It has gathered sleeves, and then they're really full into these nice big kind of balloon style sleeves, and it's about 3/4 length. And I really love just the comfiness of this blouse. I am getting a little bit of waving in the hem, but I think with more wear and wash, that will kind of just sort itself out. It already has, to be honest. And then buttons, I just used some vintage buttons from my stash, and that was that make. I was hoping to have enough of this double gauze left over for a pajama set, but I only had enough for the shorts, and I ended up using the Feel Pretty pants from Ellie & Mac. So actually 2 Ellie & Mac patterns, and I love using Ellie & Mac because they take me back to my roots. I'll have some links in the description box, but I used to sew a ton of their patterns. These shorts, I was able to just eke them out. I had to make the lower rise waistband and the lower rise shorts, which is okay because I made them for sleep shorts. So they are very, very comfy. I actually really enjoy wearing them, even though I did top stitch down the waistband seam. So it gives it kind of this, I don't know, wavy look that I don't love, but they're pajama shorts, they're great. And then finally, I did sew up the puffins into a shirt. This is the Peppermint magazine, something Peplum, but it is adorable. I made the size, I don't remember. However, the size is fine actually. I should have done a full bust adjustment. The Peplum hits me kind of right under my bust. Not quite baby doll, but close enough to that it's not great, and it's actually really, really short. So had I done a full bust adjustment, it would have added that length that I need to hit me where I'm more comfortable. But it is cute, and I'm thinking maybe by summer I will have something to wear it with or be more comfortable, or maybe my bust size will be smaller and it'll fit better. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's not horrible now. I can definitely wear it. I just, you know, we're in fall and summer, in winter now. So putting something over top would be necessary. So the front has this nice scoop neckline, and then the back finishes in a V. There is a center back seam. And then of course the Peplum there. So yeah, it turned out really cute. The neckline and the 2 arm sides get bound. Actually no, it's bias facing, I guess it would be. And yeah, it finished off really nice, and I am happy with the make overall. I'm kind of disappointed that I'm not really comfortable wearing it at this point. So those were my precious fabric sews for the month of September, and I really enjoyed getting back at the machine. I made more than I have probably in the last whole year. Well, maybe that's not true, but for quite a while. 4 makes all at once was really, really fun for me to do, and I'm excited to get back into sewing. Stay tuned because I am actually just about to film my winter makes. Winter plans video, and if you're interested in that, subscribe because it should be out soon. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!